Okay, everybody, this is our second Freedom with Plexus meeting, and tonight we really wanted to talk about how to share the products because when you first start, it can be intimidating. And at our last Thursday meeting, I kind of did some question and answer sessions with the people that were there, and they had some concerns on how do you tell, potential customers, people asking you what products you should start them with. And so I'd like to introduce everybody. I am Michelle Dawson, Ruby Ambassador. We have with us Tammy Woodward, Silver Ambassador, and Sharanda Black, Silver Ambassador. And we're going to start with Tammy because she is really big and has some really great testimonies on the gut health. And so we're really going to concentrate on the triplex combo because I really think that is the first three products that you need to learn.
Ah!
So Tammy, take it away for a couple minutes and let's see how you share with your new customers and how you get them started on these products.
Okay. Well, the first thing I do, obviously, is share my story of how the triplex is just completely giving me my life back. And, the three things that affect us the most is the sugar instability, the inflammation, and the poor gut health. And I wish I had known that years ago, when I was fighting and struggling to get the weight off and was, hobbling around like I was. All those three things affect so much of our pain issues, our weight issues, all of that. It's just all connected. And if we can get those to simmer down, if we can improve those, even slightly, it can make a huge difference. And fortunately, the Plexus Triplex exceeds that. Time and time again, people are getting their lives back, and I'm definitely one of them. So when people approach me about Plexus and say, what product should I take? What should I start with? I always tell them the Triplex. And I think most people tell their people that too, because it is the best way to go. Because you're getting that sugar, it's nice and stable. That's going to the BioCleanse is oxygenating your body, which is putting you in a more alkaline environment, which is keeping you healthier. And of course, you're eliminating on a regular basis. So all those poisons that the Probio 5 is just, getting out of your gut, the BioCleanse is removing that on a regular basis. And it's just been so healing and so life-changing, and that word just gets flipped around all the time, life-changing, but it is. And so I definitely recommend that to everybody. And just on a side note, I just want to encourage customers that may have it in their mind that they should be seeing big changes right away. That does happen to a lot of people, but that doesn't happen to everybody. So it's kind of major changes like that it's just a little irrational. Our bodies did not break down overnight, and it's going to take a while. And depending on what our metabolism is like, our digestive system, our genetic makeup, any medicines that we're on, those factors are all going to come into play as to how long it's going to take for us to get well and start feeling better. Immediately, I started sleeping better, but I only dropped 10 pounds in 4 months. 10 pounds in 4 months. And then, boom, after that fourth month, things started rocking, and I dropped another 15 in 2.5 weeks. So I'm up to 25, which is fantastic. I look like I've lost a lot more than that. So I would just encourage people to just take it easy, start out slow. And I have learned definitely with my customers not to be so aggressive with their dosing, especially with their Probio 5. I think I was suggesting a little bit too much of an aggressive start, and it can cause some discomfort in their bellies. Start them out slow. If you or they have any kind of thought that they have some big time gut issues, start them low with the Probio and ease in it, just like you did with me, Michelle, which worked wonderfully. So for that, I just wanted to encourage customers to just, work through it, and work with your customers closely. Check in on them every other day. Don't expect them to reach out to you, because they might be maybe a little embarrassed or think there's something wrong with them because it's not doing this wonderful thing that they've been seeing all over the internet. So just encourage them as you can. And then for ambassadors, stay connected. Stay connected on your team pages. Spend time on YouTube videos. Get your training in. Don't let a no make you wimp out. Remember that fire that you had when you signed up to be an ambassador. We can't promise anything, but there are so many testimonies, thousands of people that are changing their financial future for generations to come because of Plexus. And so just, be tough about it. Don't worry about no's, because for every no, you're closer to a yes. And, if you want your business to grow, then you're going to have to put forth the effort. Spend time on your team pages. Reach out to other ambassadors. They don't have to be on your team. If someone encourages you or if someone is inspiring you, I don't care whose downline you're in. Reach out to them. We are all one big, huge team. It doesn't matter if we're a part of parks or this or that. It just doesn't matter. Everybody wants to help everybody else. So seek out that training, seek out that support, and get out of that mindset that you cannot do this, because this is the easiest work I've ever done. And it is so inspiring to be able to help people feel better and get well and get their lives back, not just health-wise, but financially. So that's all I wanted to say.
Well, you're so right. And I loved how you touched on when I started you out on the triplex, I knew that you had some gut issues from your health, your pain and your sleeping and your acid reflux and everything that was going on with you. I knew that I had to start you out with just one Probio 5, because the detox symptoms from when that candida, the Probio 5, kills off the bad stuff in your gut, you're going to have detox symptoms from that. And so many people want results now. And that's a lot. I mean, that's a problem we have in our business, because just because they put the weight on in the last 5 years, they want the weight gone in a month.
And they don't want to be uncomfortable. Oh, God forbid. Nobody wants to be uncomfortable at all, even if it's just slightly temporary. You know?
Just a headache. Or I get nauseous a little bit when I drink it. That's detox symptoms. That means it's working.
Right.
And if we can get people through that and educate them on the product, that's when the success starts happening. And that's the hardest thing to get through to people, is that you're unhealthy. We can't wave a magic wand and say, dink, you're all better now. I mean, all those Big Macs and all that Coke that you've drank over the last, 10, 15 years, dink, it's all gone. So, I'm going to concentrate on the 3 products tonight, which is the Triplex, the Slim, the Probio 5, and the BioCleanse, because that's what gets your gut healthy. And there are detox symptoms from that if your gut is unhealthy, and that causes leaky gut. So before I, go into my spiel, Sharanda, on the other hand, is really good about budget. If people are scared to spend that much money on that triplex, which is about $124.95 for a month for a preferred customer, Sharanda's like, I'm going to get you on something. We're going to start you out somewhere and start you out on your health journey. So Sharanda, if you don't mind telling me how you kind of do that with your customers.
Sure. Once I talk to a prospective customer and get to know what issues they're having, whether it's mostly it's weight loss, but other people, some people tell me also that they're having problems with their gut or whatnot. I listen to whatever it is that they're telling me their issues are. And then, of course, they'll ask, they'll shoot me an inbox, hey, what is this Plexus? And I'll tell them what Plexus is. And the very next question will be, well, how much is it? And it kind of always makes me cringe, because I'm kind of afraid that some people, it'll scare them off. but I let them know, hey, you know, I tell them the price. I tell them the price because I always recommend the triplex, as Michelle and Tammy pointed out, how it's like an overall health and wellness system. So I tell them, hey, I recommend the triplex. And if they say, well, I really can't do that right now, I say, well, hey, let's get you at least on the ProBio 5, because that ProBio 5 is going to help to start that healing process in your gut. That the leaky gut problems that we have because of stress, the environment, food, different types of food that we
Hi, Mason.
Get out of here.
Any type of antibiotics and things that cause that leaky gut. And so I try to get the customer at least on the ProBio 5, and I say, hey, if you can, it would be even better if you can couple that with the BioCleanse, because while the ProBio 5 helps to break down the bad toxins and bacteria and things in our gut, the BioCleanse helps to sweep it out, get it out of your system. So those are what we call the power twins, or Batman and Robin. They work together as a team. And so, you know, I've started some customers out like that, just to get them started on the system. And then they say, hey, you know, this is actually, I feel better already. This is actually working. Or they can say, hey, now I can afford a little more. I'd like to add the BioCleanse. Or, hey, I'd like to go ahead and get the Slim. Can we work on that? And, you know, just take it one step at a time. Your body might do better with just one product at a time, just to kind of get adjusted instead of doing the whole thing. So you just kind of have to know your body. And so that's what I tell people when, you know, if they just have to start off small, if they can't afford the whole system at that time, go ahead and start with the ProBio 5. If you can do the X Factor, also either ProBio 5 X Factor or ProBio 5 BioCleanse, drink lots and lots of water. I tell them, hey, go ahead and make sure you drink the water, because, you know, while it's breaking that stuff down, that water will help cleanse it out too. So those are the main ones I tell them to get started with. That ProBio 5, definitely. And, you know, if they don't want to do that, then I say, well, go ahead and do the Slim and Accelerator, because the Slim helps to balance out the sugar levels, helps with blood pressure, helps with cholesterol, and the Accelerator or the Boost help to curb your appetite and helps to increase your energy. And a lot of people are looking for energy, like myself. That was one of my big issues. And so I say, hey, well, let's get you on the Slim and Accelerator. So let's start from somewhere. You don't have to buy the whole system. It's recommended. It's great that you do, but at least start on something to get your body going, to working towards being healthy.
And I know Lori Harrison, she's one of the diamonds in the company. She's known as the Candida Queen, the fungus among us queen. And she knows all about Candida. And that's what she starts her customers on. She don't even mention the Slim. She starts them out with the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse. And then the next month she adds the Slim in for them. Our bodies aren't adjusted to, like, all of a sudden let's take in 6 new supplements. We don't want that. I mean, we want to ease into it. But we have a lot of new ambassadors, and they want to start sharing the products, but they don't know what to say. They know they love them, but they don't know what to say. So we had at Thursday night meeting, things came up where we know so much and we're so passionate about it. We just start, what we say, vomiting Plexus on people. We might say too much. So it's always good to have an elevator speech, which is just basically a quick little thing that engages the conversation about it. So when it's typing, Josh. So
I got an iPad. I can't type.
Oh, okay. So when somebody asks me in my inbox, okay, what's this Plexus thing about? I'll say, you know what? Slim is wonderful. It was invented for type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and cholesterol. It levels out your blood sugar all day, which in turn makes your body work the way it's supposed to work. Our probiotic 5 is amazing. It kills out all the bad stuff in your gut and puts the good flora back in your gut. And that is Batman. Robin is the BioCleanse, which gets all the dead stuff out of your system, oxygenates your body, and just makes everything work. That is our total gut health system. As a new ambassador, that's basically all you need to know right there. That's about it. The other thing that might be secondary to that is the accelerator versus the boost, because I was so confused about this at the beginning. If I have somebody that comes at me and says, I just want weight loss and energy, I don't care about your health. I'm like, okay, I have two types of people. I have triplex people and I have slim and accelerator people. I personally love the accelerator. Let me tell you the difference. The accelerator is an appetite suppressant, energy booster, and has 5-HTP in it, which helps with your mood and anxiety. Boost, on the other hand, is a thermogenic, which boosts your metabolism but also gives you energy. That's the only difference. I prefer the 5-HTP in the accelerator, so that's what I take and that's what I promote. I promote what I take. I promote what I'm passionate about. So either I start a customer on, I just want your weight loss and energy, nothing else, done. Or I have health issues. I have IBS, fibromyalgia, migraines, sleeping issues, anything. I put them on the triplex. So as a new ambassador, don't be overwhelmed because we have 13 or 14 different products. Concentrate on the triplex or concentrate on just the weight loss and energy and start them out on the Slim and Accelerator, because that's what I started out on, is Slim and Accelerator and BioCleanse, because at that time I wanted to cleanse in my life. So don't get overwhelmed with that, and work on your elevator speech, and don't be intimidated about sharing these products when you don't know everything, when you don't know the block, you don't know the fast relief. It'll come. But people that they've been eating, Big Macs and Coke and everything for the last 15 years, your gut's not going to snap out of it. And all the leaky gut syndrome and the bad stuff we've put in our bodies is not going to fix itself overnight. So just encourage your people that way and start them out just being really educated on what I think are our best 3 products, which is the triplex combo. So I hope that helps. And I just love all the information that y'all gave tonight and your tips and everything. So does anybody else have anything to say?
I just have one other thing. I was watching a video by Sonia Dudley, and one thing she stressed is, let the people talk, listen to them, ask questions, just hear them out, and don't, like you say, don't just vomit all the information. One thing she said is, people aren't interested in facts. They want to know that you care. They want to know that they're important. So ask questions and let them answer, listen to them, and then use just products based on what they say. And I really what you said about listening to whether they want weight loss and energy or if they are concentrating on health, and then go with either the Slim and Accelerator or the triplex based on what they say. So that's very important, to listen to what the people have to say.
Yeah, I always try to end a message when they're asking me a question and I'm responding. I always try to end it with a question to bring it back in.
Right.
And I'm not saying the triplex doesn't equal weight loss. It does.
Right.
But it might be a little bit slower. We're getting the gut healthy. And there's no way that you're going to lose weight if your gut is not healthy and you're still feeding that candida in your system. Right. So we just have to educate people up front. There might be detox symptoms. It might be a little slower because you have these health issues, and this is why you have these health issues.
Well, and one more thing too I wanted to say is just, a big part of our business is, building those relationships. So when we are asking them questions, and not yes, no questions, but getting them to open up to us a little bit more, we're developing a relationship with them. And, even tonight, I had a sale from someone who has been asking me questions for months now about the product. And you just develop that rapport and that relationship, and there's a trust that happens over time. And they may not be ready to, make that leap and make that commitment just yet. But a couple months down the road, when they're feeling crummy or they're in a better financial place to be able to, or they're just flat out ready to try something and they've tried everything else, they're going to remember you, and they're going to remember that you've worked with them, and you seem to have a genuine care for them and their health. And that builds business. It's not just about relationships, but, that is growing your business as well. It's getting to know these, just love on them.
Right.
Just love on them.
You're a testament for me for that, Tammy, because I was loving on you for almost 1.5 years.
You were.
I never stopped loving on you.
That is the truth. Oh my goodness.
I did. I genuinely cared, and I didn't to see you suffer like that.
Yeah, and you were never pushy. That was the thing. You were never pushy. And I saw your posts all over Facebook every day. I thought, oh my gosh, she's lost her mind. But when it comes to reaching out to me personally, you were never pushy with me. You always approached me in a very loving, caring, genuinely concerned about my well-being. And just reminding me here and there, hey, I'm here. Plexus is here. When you're ready, let's do this, So thank you for that.
Well, thank you I'm glad it was your time finally.
Finally, my goodness.
But no, I mean, we're in the business to care and share, and that's just it. And just don't be intimidated about not having this huge testimony right the first week when you start, Just learn the products and learn and just know our products work. And just be passionate about it and educate yourself every day. You don't have to go out of the gate knowing everything that I've learned over the last 2 years almost. I mean, that's just crazy. I learn something new every day. So there's no way you can start out, knowing everything. So don't be afraid to share and just really concentrate on the triplex, when you first start, and educate yourself on our gut health. That's what I would say to start out with, and don't be afraid to share the gut health and what we have on our product line. So, all right, is that everything? All right. Well, I hope y'all had a great Labor Day, and unfortunately, we have to go back to work tomorrow, Amy, because she's working from home full time.
You're a lucky girl.
I'll be there shortly, but it was so good to see y'all's faces, and then I will upload this to YouTube and the Freedom with Plexus page. So have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.